This is going to be a video about, these are quick tips that I have used and I have figured out. I'm sure there's a lot of people that use them. I'm just going to go over a couple tips that people have asked me questions on, and things that I see as benefits. First off, I had one person ask me, how do I get the miles here instead of the percentage? When I picked mine up, it said the percentage here, but all you have to do is just have to go into settings, go into display, you go in the gear button over here, and then you have the energy versus distance. So if I go to energy, it'll say 49%. If I go to distance, it'll say the 152. And that's a dynamic thing based on how you've been driving in the last so many miles. It's nice to see. Some people like a percentage, some people like a distance. I'm used to a distance in my Model S, so I'm going to keep it on the distance. And this is also where you can change the clock, 24-hour or 12-hour. Most of the menus have these bars or the gears over here to change different things. Next one is the music. In the beginning, I heard a lot of people complain that you hit the music, and then you have to hit the button, and then you have to hit the button to get the full screen. And then you have to click it to have it go down. Really not that difficult. You can actually swipe wherever you want the thing to be at, but you don't have to have it there. Say you have a couple favorite stations here. You can also, these are streaming stations, but you can put tune-in stations here, you can put radio stations here. But all you have to do, if you want that to go away, is hit the music icon, and you're back to the full map. If you hit the music icon again, it'll go back to where it was. So if you like having the whole thing here, you make it go away and it comes right back. All it is based off of your preference. Wherever you want it is where you can have it go to every time. You know, if you switch a lot from radio to streaming to your phone, you know, you can do that, but you have to have it all the way up to do those. But when you want to go back to the navigation, that's all you have to do. Hit the music. Another major thing I do with Autopilot is I rest my hand on the wheel here. I'm not steering in Autopilot. I just rest my hand here on the wheel. You don't need to hold the wheel up top here. You don't need to anywhere. You should never drive without your hands on the wheel unless you're grabbing something. That's what's nice about Autopilot. It allows you to do that. But when you're just driving down the road and you're paying attention, you're looking out ahead, just have your hand right on the bottom of the wheel. The steering wheel will move your hand. The car will sense that your hand is there. That way it doesn't give you those notifications here on the screen with the blue bars and the beeping to hold the wheel, because it senses your hand there. You can go for hours of driving without this thing bugging you to hold the wheel, to jiggle the wheel a little bit. All you have to do is put your hand here. It's really easy. This one's for the tall guys. You see the easy entry? I have the easy entry set up on mine. What I basically did, I'm 6'5", so I need a little bit more room to get out. You see, there is a lot of room here. There's actually more room to get in and out than the Model S. I'm actually going to put it in a drive. And I don't know if you saw the wheel come out to me a little bit. I like the steering wheel here, but when I go park the vehicle, the steering wheel goes in just a little bit. I have just a little bit more room to get out and to get back in. This will stay there until I put the car in drive again. The steering wheel will go back to my settings. And all you have to do to set that up is in the driver profile, under my name, use easy entry. And then you set it up where you want the wheel to go. You can have it go up, or you can have it just go back, or you can have it go up and back, and then it'll just return back to your setting. Another fun thing, if you're bored, you know, a lot of people know the Easter eggs, but if you're bored at a supercharger, if you just hit the Tesla logo a couple times, it'll pull up this sketch pad so you can draw whatever you want. Have fun, and you can actually publish these to Tesla. It'd be fun if you can actually see what other people have published. I don't know if there's a way. If you do know of a way to see those, if there's a website, leave a comment below. I'd love to see what people post on there. The settings for the wipers. You swipe over and you see mine are off right now. All you have to do, you see they go if you put them on here. If you just set them to auto, you don't have to do anything after this. I have a window sealant on my windshield wipers, or on the windshield. So the windshield wipers actually chatter a little bit. So I don't like that as much. So I actually have them off. A lot of people were complaining in the beginning that you have to swipe over or you have to hit this button to get to this menu to actually just to do anything. You really don't. When you're driving, you have this menu here for your backup camera, your charging, and your voice activation. Over here is the stock for the turn signal and the wipers, the button. If you push this once, they'll swipe. If you hold it down, they actually spray the fluid. There's two little settings on that. But as soon as you hit that button, the menu pulls up for the wipers to change them. Whether you hit the button to do it once or you do the button to spray the liquid on the windshield, it pulls this up. So whether it's in auto or whatever you want it to be set at, it'll pull this menu up for you. So it's not a hassle when you're driving. You just push the button and the menu will pop up. It's really easy. A couple videos ago I showed the navigation menu button here. You can actually swipe over here for work if you're at home. I did find out that you can actually lower it as well and it'll pull up for work. And then this will show all the charging stations. It shows right over here the one in Charlotte. There is 8 stalls there and 3 of them are being used. And it'll do that for all the superchargers. Wow, look at this one. This supercharger, there is, how many are there? Wow, that's a big supercharging station. And there's only one person there. This voice activation does not work with Siri. Even if you hold the button down, it doesn't work with Siri. This is just for the car. If you have Siri enabled on your phone, if you have an iPhone obviously, and this probably works with Google if you say the Google phrase, but it will work. Your phone does not have to be docked, but it has to be where it can hear you, and all you have to do is say, "Hey Siri." It'll take a second.
I'm listening.
It'll take a second, and then she'll ask you, "What's the weather today?"
It's currently clear and 78 degrees in Mooresville. Temperatures are heading down from 78 degrees to 71 tonight.
That's very mild tonight. You saw it right up on there when it was like in a phone call. So it's really nice. You can actually use that to answer text messages. So if you get a text message while you're driving, you can actually say, "Hey Siri, read me my last text." And she actually got that.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Well, you got to unlock your iPhone to do that. But it's easy enough to put in your numbers there. Once your phone's unlocked, you can actually do that. But you can use Hey Siri for a lot of things. Last thing is these door handles. A lot of people are freaked out on how to use these things. They're figuring out, do I push here? And I mean, that is a way. You can push on your finger and pull it out. What I've noticed is if you take your hand, like someone's gonna give you money, put your thumb on there and then you can pull right out. You just reach over like a handshake and pull with your hand. If you wanted to do it with the other hand, you have to go on top and then you can grab it with your pinky. So that was just a couple quick tips that I've come up with. I'm sure there's more out there. If you have a quick little tip that you like to use that a lot of people have complained about online, put that in the comment below if you can put that into a nice comment. This is just an idea to share easy, quick tips for people so people don't get frustrated with the car and they love the car and they know what to expect once they get it.